Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to reply to no confidence motion in Lok Sabha today. RBI to announce bi-monthly monetary policy this morning. IMD warns of heavy rainfall in Uttarakhand, Bihar, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh during next 4 days. Pakistan President approves premature dissolution of National Assembly at outgoing Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's advice. World Lion Day being celebrated today. And in hockey, India beat Pakistan 4-0 in final group stage match to enter semi-finals of Asian Champions Trophy in Chennai. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will reply to the no-confidence motion in the Lok Sabha today. Participating in the debate yesterday, Home Minister Amit Shah said no confidence motion against Narendra Modi government is politically motivated. He said people and the parliament have full confidence in the government. Mr. Shah said the NDA government has taken some historic decisions and ended dynasties and graft.
विश्वास प्रस्ताव जब आप लेकर आते हो तो इस पर जो चर्चा होती है वो चर्चा में सरकार के विरोध में कुछ मुद्दे तो रख देते। मैं निश्चित रूप से निर्णय पर पहुंचा हूं ये अविश्वास प्रस्ताव केवल और केवल भ्रांति खड़ा करने के लिए लाया गया है। ये प्रजा की इच्छाओं का प्रतिबिंब नहीं। मत का तो सवाल ही नहीं है और जनता में भी विश्वास है। मान्यवर जनता में विश्वास इसलिए है कि देश के 60 करोड़ गरीबों को उनके जीवन में नई आशा का संचार अगर कोई एक प्रधानमंत्री और एक सरकार ने किया है तो नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार।
Underlining the achievements of the government, Mr. Shah said there has been a reduction of 68% in terror incidents in the last 9 years. Talking about Jammu and Kashmir, the Home Minister said, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the government has continuously worked to keep Kashmir terrorism-free. He said the government will not hold talks with Pakistan, Hurriyat or Jamiat, but only with the youth there.
अगर हम चर्चा करेंगे तो घाटी के युवाओं से चर्चा करेंगे, वो हमारे अपने हैं, हम उनके साथ चर्चा करेंगे। मान्यवर हुर्रियत पर हमने पाबंदी कर दी, जमायत इस्लामी पर कश्मीर में पाबंदी कर दी, आतंकवादियों के समर्थन को चुन चुन कर नौकरियों से हटाया। अब किसी भी आतंकवादी की मृत्यु का जनाजा नहीं निकलता है क्योंकि जो जहां मारा जाता है वही दफन किया जाता है। टोल पेंटिंग का मैं आप सबको कहता हूं, पथराव की घटना टीवी पर दिखाई पड़ती है भैया, कहीं नहीं दिखाई पड़ती।
On left-wing extremism, the Home Minister said Naxals are now limited to only 3 districts of Chhattisgarh. Talking about the Northeast, he alleged that previous governments have not done anything for the region and Prime Minister Modi brought all-round development there and brought it to the mainstream. He said Mr. Modi visited the Northeast more than 50 times in last 9 years. Speaking on Manipur, Mr. Shah said everyone is pained over the incidents of violence in Manipur. He said while the incidents are shameful, doing politics on it is even more shameful. He said whatever is happening in the state is ethnic violence triggered by circumstances and it should not be turned into a political issue. He said 152 people lost their lives in the Manipur violence since 3rd of May. The Home Minister appealed to both Meitei and Kuki communities in the state to shun violence and hold talks with the government. Mr. Shah said he is holding separate talks with the members of both communities. Participating in the discussion, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi accused the government of dividing Manipur. He questioned why the government is not deploying the army in Manipur to restore normalcy. Intervening in the debate, Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani alleged that Congress ran away from the discussion on Manipur in the House despite the government's readiness to have a discussion on this issue. P.V. Midhun Reddy of YSR Congress said the heinous crime committed against women in Manipur is painful. He said stringent action must be taken by the government. Rajiv Ranjan Singh of JDU said a wide division has been created between the two communities in Manipur and there is a trust deficit among the people. Ram Kripal Yadav of BJP questioned the recently formed opposition alliance INDIA, alleging that this is a group of people who are involved in corrupt practices, promoting nepotism and appeasement. Nama Nageshwar Rao of BRS, K. Subbarayan of CPI, Harsimrat Kaur Badal of SAD, Hina Gavit of BJP, Farooq Abdullah of National Conference, Union Minister and Apna Dal leader Anupriya Patel, E.T. Mohammad Bashir of IUML, and Revant Reddy of Congress also participated in the discussion on the no confidence motion. Later, the Lok Sabha adopted a resolution appealing for peace in Manipur. After Home Minister Amit Shah concluded his intervention on the no-confidence motion, he suggested that Speaker Om Birla read out a resolution appealing for peace in Manipur. The suggestion made by Mr. Shah was supported by Deputy Leader of the House and Union Minister Rajnath Singh. Mr. Birla then read out the resolution, which was adopted by the House. BJP women members of Parliament have approached the Lok Sabha Speaker over the alleged inappropriate behaviour of Congress MP Rahul Gandhi in the House. They have accused him of insulting women members. Talking to media outside the Parliament, Union Minister Shobha Karandalaje said after the end of his speech on no confidence motion in the House, when Union Minister Smriti Irani started speaking, Mr. Gandhi disrespected women through his gesture. She said they have filed a complaint with the Speaker and demanded action in the matter. Rajya Sabha Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar has referred the breach of privilege complaint against Aam Aadmi Party MP Raghav Chadha to the Privileges Committee for examination. BJP MPs S. Phang Non Konyak and Narhari Amin, M. Thambidurai of AIADMK and Sasmit Patra of BJD had filed a complaint alleging that Mr. Chadha included their names in a motion moved by him in the upper house without their consent. The motion was to send the Delhi Services Bill to a select committee. Union Electronics and IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw has said personal data of every citizen will be protected in the digital domain by the Digital Personal Data Protection Bill. The bill was passed by the Parliament yesterday. Talking to media in New Delhi, Mr. Vaishnaw said the digital world will now become safer and more trustworthy.
Parliament has passed a historic legislation, Digital Personal Data Protection Bill. 140 crore citizens who use digital means for accessing so many services, data protection legislated by the Parliament. This fits directly into Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of Digital India, where he has democratized technology. He has made sure that the fruits of technology are available to everybody. And with this bill, the digital world will become safer, it will become more trustworthy, and it will have a significant impact on common citizens' lives.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at Air News Alerts. RBI Governor Shaktikant Das will announce the bi-monthly monetary policy statement today. The meeting of the 6-member Monetary Policy Committee began in Mumbai on Tuesday amid expectations that the panel will maintain status quo on key interest rates. In view of the rising inflation, especially food inflation, and in order to keep the growth momentum going, experts believe that the panel will continue to persist with the status quo. The RBI has kept the repo rate unchanged at 6.5% in its last 2 policy announcements. The India Meteorological Department, IMD, has predicted heavy to very heavy rainfall in Uttarakhand, Bihar, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh during the next 4 days. Isolated heavy rainfall is also likely over Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh during the next 3 days. It has also forecast subdued rainfall activity over the rest parts of the country during the next week. The Weather Office also forecast heavy to very heavy rainfall activity over Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura during the next 4 days. In some international news, Pakistan President Arif Alvi has approved the premature dissolution of the National Assembly at the ongoing Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's advice, marking an end to the current government's tenure and paving the way for next general election. The move has formally started the process for the appointment of a caretaker Prime Minister. Following the completion of 5-year constitutional term of the National Assembly, the general elections now need to take place in the country within 90 days. U.S. President Joe Biden has signed an executive order banning American investments in key technology industries that could be used to enhance Beijing's military capabilities. President Biden declared the move a national emergency to deal with the threat of advancement by countries of concern in sensitive technologies and products critical to the military, intelligence, surveillance, or cyber-enabled capabilities of such countries. In the United States, 6 people lost their lives while several others are injured in the unprecedented wildfires that are raging across Hawaii's Big Island and island of Maui. Fast-moving wildfires have forced the evacuation of more than 2,000 people as firefighters struggle to contain wind-whipped flames amplified by Hurricane Dora, which was moving across the Pacific Ocean hundreds of miles to the south. Ecuadorian president candidate Fernando Villavicencio was fatally shot at a campaign event in capital Quito yesterday. According to reports, Mr. Villavicencio was getting into a car when a gunman shot at him. President Guillermo Lasso asserted the crime will not go unpunished. The 59-year-old politician was the candidate of the Build Ecuador movement and was known for his vocal stance against corruption. The incident comes amid a surge of violence in the South American country. World Lion Day is being celebrated today. The day is observed on 10th of August every year to raise awareness about the conservation and protection of lions. In Gujarat, several programs will be held today to mark the World Lion Day. Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel will take part in the state-level celebration virtually. He will launch Lion Anthem and unveil the Singh Suchna web app on the occasion. The event will be live-streamed in over 8,500 educational institutions spanning over 10 districts of Saurashtra. We have a report.
The Gir National Park of Gujarat is the only natural home of Asiatic lions in the world. Following the consistent efforts of the Forest Department and the citizens, the number of Asiatic lions has surged to 674 as of June 2020. The increase in the population of Asiatic lions has facilitated their movement in almost 9 districts of Saurashtra. Talking to Akashvani, Deputy Conservator of Forest of Sasan Gir National Park, Mohan Ram said, this year World Lion Day will be celebrated through physical and virtual programs to enhance people's participation in the conservation of lions.
एशियाटिक लायन की पॉपुलेशन सिर्फ यहीं पे मिलती है और उसके कंजर्वेशन की कामगिरी हम पुराने आंकड़ा से लेकर के अभी तक देखें तो बहुत अच्छी कामगिरी हुई है. उसी को आगे बढ़ाएं और अवेयरनेस आए, लोगों की भागीदारी बढ़े, क्योंकि एशियाई शेरों का क्षेत्र बढ़ता जा रहा है, उनकी संख्या बढ़ती जा रही है.
अपर्णा खुन, आकाशवाणी न्यूज, अहमदाबाद.
In some sports news, in Asian Hockey Champions Trophy, India outclassed Pakistan 4-0 in their final league stage game in Chennai last night to top the final point standings. The Indian side finished the league stage as the only unbeaten team in the tournament. India will take on Japan while second-placed Malaysia will face South Korea in the semi-finals in Chennai tomorrow. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Renu Kataria.
Thank you, Anuja. The dailies lead with the reference of a storm over Manipur in no trust debate. The Pioneer quotes the Home Minister saying, women's parading shameful, but politics on it more shameful. The Hindu writes about the Ministry of Electronics and IT promising cash prizes amounting to 3.4 crore rupees under the headline, Develop Indigenous Web Browser, Grab Cash Prizes. 12 parks, social media groups under lens for new flare-up, cites the Tribune. Car companies gear up to celebrate festive season with a bang as deliveries likely to touch 1 million units, reports the Economic Times. And finally, unveiling the Carbon Light Metro Travel Initiative, the DMRC will now educate passengers about their contribution towards reducing carbon emissions by choosing metro trains instead of road transport, informs the Times of India. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Renu. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to reply to no confidence motion in Lok Sabha today. RBI to announce bi-monthly monetary policy this morning. IMD warns of heavy rainfall in Uttarakhand, Bihar, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh during next 4 days. Pakistan President approves premature dissolution of National Assembly at outgoing Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's advice. World Lion Day being celebrated today. And in hockey, India beat Pakistan 4-0 in final group stage match to enter semi-finals of Asian Champions Trophy in Chennai. And with that we end the morning news. Have a nice day.